Hello and welcome back to another football commentaries video. We are here reviewing the big game of yesterday. Now I'm having to upload this the day after the game. As you can see, it's 11:30 already. Been out today, been a half good day, half bad day. As you can see, I've won in the last one. One of my teams, obviously my lower league team I support is Stockport County, as you can see, and we were in the playoff semi-final today, yesterday, against Hartlepool at home. Obviously, season ticket holder went to go, and we lost 1-0. So we were out of the playoffs. That's really annoying. So that's why I'm wearing this. If you're interested, I won't tell you who I support in terms of Premier League, but non-league. Non-league. I'm proud. Obviously, non-league football is so underrated. If you have a local team in the fifth tier, like me, National League or League Two or whatever league, support them, back them. You can have two teams. If you want a Prem team and a non-league team, do that. Support the local team. You get a lot more benefits, and I think you're a lot more included in the smaller league team. I feel anyway, as a proud season ticket holder. But yeah, that got me off to a bad day because that was kicked off before England. That's what it was. I went from my game here straight to the England game. It already kicked off. I missed about 10 minutes, but I wasn't too bothered. I only missed the Foden miss of the post, but as I did sit down with my mates to watch it, great time, great win. We're just going to have a quick match reaction of it. I know it's the day after, but that's when I had to do it. Yeah, as you can see, Raheem Sterling, 57th minute, bagged the goal. I'm just going to do some player ratings and just talk about Southgate in general, because I saw the lineups and I really doubted it. I thought, what's he doing? Trippier at left back. Didn't really have a problem with Phillips, I'm not going to lie to you. I was a bit sceptical of Mings as well. Sterling I was a bit surprised about because he hasn't been in the greatest of form for City. We know what Sterling can do, he's a fantastic player, but for England, could he change his form over from club, flip it, and make it really good for country? And that's exactly what he did. It was an absolutely fantastic goal and made my day absolutely fantastic. But I just think Southgate got it right, and I think it's one of those things where if we lose this game 2-0, 2-1, whatever, Southgate would get just obliterated by the press. He did that wrong, he did this. But we won, and we've got to give him praise. We can't go, oh, he was lucky, it was this and that. He obviously had faith in these players. He had the system. They've been working on it with these players. Because you've got to remember, not many of these are, in terms of a system, these have been here since the start. So, like your Mings, your Trippiers, your Phillips. They've been here at the very start of the camp for England. So they were involved in the two friendlies. So he's obviously built trust within those players, and he's gone, right, I might still need to give some rest to the likes of Shaw and Chilwell after such a long season, but I trust Trippier. Maguire's coming back from an injury, but I can trust Mings. It's one of those, and I think he trusted the players that he's had by him for the whole of this camp so far, and they've repaid him fantastically. Croatia, are they aging team? Yeah. Are they a bad team? No. Very good players. You can see there, look at the front six. Kovacic, Brozovic, Modric, Kramaric, Rebic and Perisic. You can say they're aging, but not many of them. Kovacic isn't. I won't say Brozovic is too old. Rebic isn't. Kramaric isn't. I'd always say the two aging players, Modric and Perisic, and they've got class still. So I think to win this game 1-0 is fantastic. I think in the heat, because I know it was hot in London, it was like 28 degrees, they pressed early. Second half of the first half, they kind of laid back and people were a bit worried, like they're sitting off. But that was just, not overdo it. Came out the second half, played the football we needed to, and got the 3 points, which should pretty much see us through. Obviously, we want to win every game of the group, or at least get 7 points out of 9. But, if we lost this first game or we draw this, then we need to win against Scotland. And if we draw against Scotland, because it's a big derby, big game, then it all goes down to the last game. Just knock-on effect. But we've got 3 points. We're pretty much through if we finish third, which I don't think we will. But if worse comes to worse, and this is the only win we get, then it could help us through to the knockout stages of the Euros. So, yeah, very happy. Lifted my day massively. I was with mates, so I wasn't fully concentrating on the game at times, but what I watched was unbelievable. That's my reaction, but obviously before you go, as you can tell, still a bit more of the video to go. I'm going to just do a quick little match score ratings for each player. So, Jordan Pickford, I'm going to go with a 7. What he had to do, he looked comfortable, he looked sound in goal, everything he had to come and collect, he did. There was one near the end where there was a cross coming towards the far post, collected it very confidently, giving the confidence to the rest of the team that he is ready to be called upon whenever he is. Solid performance, 7 for Pickford, still keeping the faith, Southgate in Pickford, and he's just shown him why he needs to. Great performance from Pickford. Walker, Solid performance again. Had to go 7. Nothing too special, nothing too silly. Solid right back. He's got the trust of Southgate. He's experienced. I mean, obviously we've got Reece James coming through, and I'm sure he will be the next in line behind Walker after he maybe retires or he's starting to lose that bit of pace. But come on, great performance from Kyle Walker. John Stones, I don't know, that's 6.5 maybe. Picked up a bit of cramp maybe near the end, but I think in general he was pretty safe and sound, knocking the ball about, keeping it together. Sometimes, with a new partner like Mings, I don't think he's even played with Mings once, or if he has, it will not be many times. To come up with a new centre back and gel like they did, it's fantastic. 6.5 for Stones. Mings 8. That last friendly against Romania, he looked shaky, he looked nervous, he just didn't look at it at all. So to be called upon as a left-footed centre-back in a 4 at the back against Croatia in the first Euros game, I thought he was unbelievable. He was sweeping it up, he looked confident, he didn't make a mistake like he did in the game against Romania, and that takes a lot of mental strength to do. Mings, 8, quality. Trippier, again, there's going to be a lot of 7s I think, but he's got to get a 7. Like I said, solid performance. Wrong side as well, he's a right back playing left back. Questions were asked, he came through, he delivered. Kieran Trippier should have maybe scored that free kick, but you can't score them all, like in Russia 2018. Kieran Trippier, 7. Phillips, 9. Unbelievable in that midfield. He is really showing why we could maybe keep this system and maybe not even see Jordan Henderson. Even Jordan Henderson does get fit for the knockout stages. If Phillips keeps performing like he did in that game, there is no reason why he needs to be dropped. Unbelievable from the Leeds midfielder. My man of the match for sure. I know he didn't score, but he assisted. It was a class assist. Great performance from Phillips. It's a 9 for me. Declan Rice, going to go with another 7. Solid performance. Did nothing wrong. Chased the balls around. Kept the press going. Kept that midfield ticking alongside Phillips. Phillips can't play well if Declan Rice has a bad game because he's got to do 2 positions. He did his job. Allowed Phillips to get forward a little bit with the press. Get forward to play that ball to Sterling. Great performance from Rice. That's a 7. Foden, going to go for a 7 again. I mean, hit the post early on. Really, starting the momentum for the game, giving us a good start. We didn't score, but still brings positivity. And I think he was decent today. I mean, picked up a yellow card. Obviously, bit of a late challenge. He does have that a bit of aggression in him, but sometimes that isn't too bad. Didn't create much, but got around. But when he did get on the ball and that shot hit the post, very unlucky. Solid performance from Foden. And yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. We'll go with 7. Mount, going to go with another 7. I mean, again, not much wrong. I don't think anyone did much wrong. I think we had a really solid performance. It wasn't the most spectacular, but did the job, got the 3 points. Mount, fantastic again. Great player. Unbelievable play for Chelsea. Won the Champions League. Coming straight into this. High of confidence. Going to give him a 7. Did his job. Played well beating behind Kane. And yeah, Mount for a 7. Sterling, got to give him an 8. 8.5. I know he scored the goal and you should be like, well, Phillips should get more. But Phillips created it. One for Phillips's pass, then Sterling scored. But then if it isn't for Sterling's movement, there's no goal in the first place. So Sterling, I'm going to give him an 8/8.5. Fantastic performance. He looked dangerous all the way through the game, even though sometimes in the first half it wasn't quite working, he wasn't quite getting in the right spaces, or the ball was getting stuck under his feet. He kept going. When he got in the right place, he backed the goal, backed the winner. Great goal for Sterling. First goal in a major tournament as well. Unbelievable from Raheem Sterling. He gets an 8/8.5. Kane, I'm going to give him a 6. Don't think he did too much today. Not his own fault. I think he dropped way too deep. He needs to stop doing that. I get why. He's a great passer of the ball and he can score from those deep areas. But there's sometimes where it was a little pointless. I'm all for him dropping deep, but there needs to be meaning. There needs to be end product. There's sometimes where he's dropping deep and I'm just sat there like, there's no need. We don't need you there at the minute. Maybe in other times when the Croatia sat right behind the ball, maybe come back, or there's a counter-attack, maybe, or whatever. But sometimes I thought you're dropping too deep and it may cause problems. But didn't really get many chances given to him. Was unlucky with that one at the far post where he got into the post. But overall, 6 for Kane. Wasn't his game, really, in terms of him being a limelight. But I'm sure later on in the tournament, he'll find his limelight and score some goals. So, nothing worrying about Kane. Go to the bench quickly. Rashford, Calvert-Lewin and Bellingham, I'll give them 6s. Didn't really have enough time, any of them, to really give an impact. The way we were playing, we were just seeing the game out and all that. So I'd give them all a 6. But that's just... Calvert-Lewin was on for 2 minutes. Bellingham was on for about 10. He was solid. And Rashford was on there and played decent up front. So I'd give Rashford 6.5. The other 2 6s, mainly because they didn't get enough time. But look at that bench as well. We still have Shaw, Grealish, Henderson, Ben White on the bench, Reece James, Bukayo Saka. It's a mad bench. Hopefully it's coming home. That's my match reaction. I know it's a day late, but hope you enjoyed the match reaction. Commentary tomorrow, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, France versus Germany. Make sure you hear one of not many Euro commentaries because I do want to enjoy the tournament, but that is one of them I'm doing. France, Germany. Make sure you hear 8 o'clock tomorrow. Hope you enjoy the match reaction. Tell me what you thought. Give your player ratings. I want to know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Be there tomorrow at 8. If not, check out the other Euros videos. They might be somewhere on the screen where you can watch it. If not, just go to my channel, check playlist. You'll see all my Euro 2020 content. And yeah, enjoy the Euros. Leave it here, 8 o'clock tomorrow, France versus Germany.